guys, welcome back to the Star Wars figure review. Next up today we're going to take a look at one of the figures from the brand new Star Wars The Black Series archive line. And before I get into the review, I'm just going to say the archive line is basically, it's a line of older figures from the Star Wars The Black Series line, which were from like before Force Awakens came out. And these are basically just being repacked and reissued at their original retail price, therefore collectors who didn't get their hands on the older ones when they were new can have a second chance to buy some of the older ones that they didn't pick up, and of course without having to pay extortionate prices like they sometimes charge on the third market. So it was a good thing for me because some of the figures in this line I definitely don't have, and the first one we're going to look at is Luke Skywalker in his pilot gear. Now before we look at him, we'll take a look at the packaging this one comes in, and you see it's brand new packaging for this certain series of the Black Series line, indicated by where it says archive on the side there, and it is more a card back as opposed to the presentation box that all the other Black Series figures have tended to have. We have the same old artwork as seen on the back there. You get more of a full image of Luke here this time, rather than the small circle that the older Black Series packaging had, if you want to get a look at what the original one looked like. These are available through Star Action Figures, and at the time of filming this review they are in stock, this entire first wave, because this wave includes Luke Skywalker Pilot, Boba Fett, Bossk and IG-88, and there's wave 2 coming out later this year, which includes Anakin, a Biker Scout, Darth Maul and Yoda. So there's plenty more of those to come out later in the year, but it's a really great way just to get a hold of some of the older stuff, because I never had a Pilot Luke in this scale and I just think it's good to have one. So yeah, it's a good recommendation if you just don't have your hands on them. So yeah, we'll get into the review of the figure then now. So as you can see, it's a really cool figure. This is actually one of the original Wave 1 Black Series lines, so it's really good to see them start with something like this. I believe this figure was repackaged back in 2017 for the 40th anniversary line, but I believe it was an exclusive and it wasn't part of the Legacy Pack stand, but I never got my hands on it, so I was glad to finally get a hold on it through the archive line. And it's just the little detail on Luke's pilot gear that makes it such a great figure. And of course he comes with his pilot helmet, which can just be taken off easily, and it captures the older version of the Luke Skywalker face. It's very reminiscent of the Luke Skywalker in his farm boy gear from I believe it was like wave 9, 8, 9, something like that from the Black Series and the 40th anniversary line. But it's a really good figure, and like, even with the helmet on, he looks great too. As you can see, they've actually moulded the comlink onto there as well. It's sort of the headset speaker thing that's also attached to the helmet too. Of course he comes with his father's lightsaber. It can be easily taken out, and the blade can just slide straight off and can be hooked onto the belt there. And you can have him with his blaster like he is on Dagobah in episode 5. Of course, this being his episode 4 pilot gear, it's still really good though to have a hold of. It's a shame that Hasbro haven't released more pilots out of the into the Black Series line, because I've really been holding out on a Wedge Antilles figure, but that still hasn't arrived yet. But seeing as they did Admiral Piet and General Veers, they were some of my least expected. I think will come out, so we never know. We might see more Rebel pilots come later on, where you get Wedge or Hobby or Dak or someone like that as well. So that'd be a fun addition to have in. The closest actual other one we've got is Jaina Solo out of the Legends line, and of course we've got Resistance pilots Poe Dameron and I think it was Eloasti, or it was that other guy that's quite like him from The Last Jedi. And again, everything else is great about the figure. You've got the breath box, which have got a full-on needle connection there. The good thing about this one is it's actually attached to the vest, so the swivel waist doesn't have restricted movement like some of the 3 3/4 inch line figures had. Articulation is a ball jointed neck, ball hinged shoulders and elbows, ball hinged wrists, ball jointed torso, ball hinged hips, swivels at the thighs. Before I go quickly, the ball hinged hips do have the limit of the fight being down here, but you can just push them up. You can move them up just a little bit more, but be careful with it. double joints at the knees, swivels at the boots, weirdly, and ball joint rockers at the ankles. It's the same, mostly the same hyper articulation minus the boots. They're more of an add-on, but it's a really good reissue of this, and I'm glad I finally have my hands on a Pilot Luke in this series. I'm just going to put the lightsaber back in and take the helmet back off again, because because I know that some of the older Black Series now don't hold up too well to some of the newer ones, because of course you look at the figures like the Tarkin that came out last year, like that figure's amazing, but there are a few odd gems out on these older lines, and I think this one is looking like it clearly was one. The Han Solo ones was probably one of my other ones as well, but they're all really good figures, and it's good to finally get my hands on some of these older ones again, because I wasn't a Black Series 6-inch collector when they were new. I was still more of a 3 3/4 inch. But yeah, so if you want to get your hands on this, you never got it when it was new, and you never got it in the 40th anniversary line. It's available at Star Action Figures now to buy, so I'd say get down there and get it while it's in stock before it runs out. But this one is just the first of really good new ones, and I just can't be pleased enough that there's more and more coming since. So that was the Pilot Luke. I enjoyed having a look at him. I'll actually be back with some more figure reviews very soon. I'm in a very intense uni period, but hopefully once these deadlines are met, I'll be able to get some more reviews out there and be back to having another season of action figure reviews. So I'll see you next time, guys.